Welcome everybody to another episode of Guerrilla Gospel, and we're gonna shed some light on some things. We was in a part of the Bible where we was talking about the underworld of things from the surface. You know, when it comes to the underworld of things, you have it to where on the surface it's clean and everything, but on the under it's dirty, you know. The tabletop is clean, but underneath the table got gum and boogers and all that stuff. You feel me? But what we not understanding is that somebody put that there. Somebody made it like that, you know. And you know, the dilemma of it all is just necessary to understand that somebody makes, you know, the underworld full of boogers and stuff. But I mean, Guerrilla Gospel 365 is an everyday thing unless we ain't got no power. Cause you see how I'm living. But it's okay. Cause I preach even to the birds. You know. Anyways, there was a deal with David that I was pointing out. That, see, God said that now I see it's just in man's imagination. Every imagination of man is corrupted. All right, let me start getting so tongue-tied. I'm watching my cat eat something and I don't know what it is. Get it out your mouth. Come here. I'm tired of being wild. Give me this. What is it? What is it? Give it here. I'm not playing with you. What is this? I don't know what this. Oh, this is some kind of like styrofoam. How'd that get in here? You must have drug it in here. Come here. Nah, don't cry, little punk. Come here. No, give me the thing. I got it. All right, back to the subject. You get on my nerves, cat. All right. David was doing the Lord's work. Now, the promise of the rainbow is the promise of the rainbow. There's 7 colors to the rainbow, bro, and there's 7 deadly sins. All right, Guerrilla 365 is this, bro. Every day, man, the devil works. Every day, God works. So yes, expect for me to do every day of this. Sorry, Satan. But anyways, David was 12 years old in the palace, and he said that he was standing in the front of Saul, and Saul saw that saw David was a very beautiful little boy. And right, the Bible is not sugarcoating nothing. It said that Saul took David that night and loved him greatly. Okay? And then Saul forgot who he even was. Don't you don't you hate it when you go through that and you wind up going home with somebody and they don't even know you, call you the next day and all like that. But that's what happened. And, you know, he was summoned to play the harp and wind up getting called. So what happened was David wind up defeating a giant and whatever. Saul got him summoned to the castle again and hit his boy standing right there. And he's talking with him. And guess what? Right in front of Saul, the prophet made love to the boy. I mean, like passionately, with the giant's head, like on top of the giant's head. Because remember, David had the giant's head in his hand like a basketball, like spinning it on his fingertips. You heard me? He went to talking smack about how he, I guess, and it turned him on. Hey, bro, the Bible, all right? I might illustrate it in ways that just makes me be like, wow, because I'm new to this. Well, I ain't gonna say new, all right? I've been running with God for 20 years. It's been 20 years since I gave up the street, really 21, all right? Really 21. We're going on 22 years since I gave up the streets. But 10 years reading this book, all right? 5 years preaching on the streets. So, you dig? David is, doing this thing, but now the underworld of it all. Here's where the underworld is different from the surface when it comes to God. See, God knows there's an underworld. God knows that there's going to be all type of things going on in the world. He knows that man's flesh that is corrupted. Every imagination of man is corrupted. So, you dig? A surface sin is better than a deep-rooted, wicked, evil soul. Because you could be forgiven. All right? But what's a deep-rooted, underworld, rooted soul, right? It's worshiping these false idols. That's the main reason, and most of the times in that Bible you see that God handed them over or destroyed them. Now if you think that God is hating on you because you became a eunuch, nope. Because in the Bible it says that eunuchs are forgiven. If anything, they are needed. It came out of Jesus' mouth. Out of Jesus' own mouth, he was talking about how the eunuch is either man-made, they was born a eunuch, they made themselves eunuchs for the work of God. For the work of God. You became a dismembered human man. And this come out of the horse's mouth. But a lot of people misinterpret the Bible, and it makes people turn away from God, thinking God won't accept you. No, God will accept you as long as you accept Him. Point blank. But it's the bad part about it is that, some people think that just because He will accept you the way you is, that it's okay to do it. No, because guess what? If you practice this stuff and you get involved with some stuff and you get caught up either dead or some old exotic diseases and shit like that, God forgive me, you definitely can't blame Him. He don't want you to be out here doing this stuff, don't get me wrong, but He ain't tripping on that, that surface. That's a surface sin, to be lustful, to be angry or jealous, is when you do stuff really wicked, bro. Like I was talking about how, you found people that was part of the tribe and they was lost. And here you not part of the tribe, but you know about the Bible. And what you do? You go there and you lie to people about the Bible. And you mislead them to worship these false gods. You mislead them to become more than a sinner. They become wicked. And that's when we we confuse these people, and then what we do, they become sacrifices, something like that, for the slaughter, so to speak. And God opens up the curses on them because they don't know the way. And the oppressors that know the way are the ones who mainly causes them to slip and fall in a trap and all this other stuff. And then it was something that I when I was in the Midwest and I was sleeping outside like I'm doing right now, and it was in a park. And it was this big, juicy spider, bro, about this big. And this spider made a web over my head. It was a couple of feet over my head, but I could see him through the big old light, like that one right there, like that light right there. I could see the reflection of the spider in his web, and I'm watching him make his web, and it was so cute, you know, how he was knitting it, go around, tap it to this line, go around, tap it to that line, go around, tap it to that line, and then on and on and on and on. And I would watch him go sit in the corner of that web, wait for something to fly on it, then he'll go down and wrap them up and tuck them and then go right back in the corner. Then something else will come and he'll catch like 3 or 4 of them, and that's his meal for the night. And then he'll take down his web. And that's when I looked at the whole dilemma and the concept, and I was like, I was given a proverb that night that a spider sets a trap for food, man sets a trap for blood. And this is where the whole concept, the trilogy of it is that the wicked make sinners, then turn around and call them evil. Okay, that's the trilogy of it. Now you got this person probably just new in his faith, and here you done turned them into something really evil. But it was your wicked ways that did it. You got this person just you know, ain't no telling what they just young and dumb, or they not street smarts, or they not book smarts. One of the two. And this is where you find them lost, and what you do is you confuses them with whatever knowledge you have over them, and you cause them to become guinea pigs for your own likings, you know, your own pleasure and stuff like that, just to see somebody get slaughtered. And this is the underworld that we living in today. This is what we're living in because of the surface, most of the time, are wicked people that causes sinners, that make sinners, and turn around and call them evil. Be like, look at him, you see? Look, that's a dang on shame how she out here like that. But hey, you the one caught that girl that young. Oh, it's a dang on shame that boy gay like that. But hey, you the one that caught that little boy like that. I mean, come on, right? For real, for real. Half of the time, man, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to voters and all that type of stuff, half of the times you get, back in the days it was putting whack charges on people just so that they won't be able to vote, planting stuff on them, causing them to fight back with the cop, and now they get busted up and a charge. All right, you put them in jail and they become homosexuals. You catch them in the church and they become homosexuals. You catch them as a kid in your household, they become homosexuals. Then you want to sit there and try to call them evil or stuff like that. But nah, man, they just caught up in sin. You dig? You know, people will call me crazy because of the way I preach the Bible. People will call me crazy because they see me picking up pennies in the streets. I'm probably talking out loud to God sometimes. But what they're not understanding is she see another cat. There's another cat out there. That's a grown cat. What they're not realizing is that I just went through a lot of crazy stuff. That don't make me crazy. I just went through a lot of crazy stuff, that's all. My sanity is way intact. See, I'm not making buttons that'll blow up the world, and I'm not talking about going to live out of space and on the moon and all that type of stuff. If you really want to talk crazy, I didn't kill the whole world. See, one thing about being uneducated, you can't blame my dumb ass from destroying the planet. So, that's guerrilla gospel. We love you. We're going to stay the same over here. Okay, Guerrilla Gospel 365. May the angels say amen. All right? Shouts out to the Bronx. New Orleans said word.